this is a product that was originally designed for schools, but now has become a second and third machine in families, a travel companion, and increasingly the first PC that families are buying for themselves in emerging markets. At CES this week, we're launching the next generation netbook platform with a new version of the Atom microprocessor. This processor has better performance than the old generation and 20% lower power than the previous generation. This more efficient microprocessor means we have a better platform. Our customers can build thinner netbooks, higher performance, and longer battery lives around them. We integrated the graphics and the memory controller onto the microprocessor to be able to get the form factor and the power down to a level to be able to do this. Netbooks have clearly, I think, created a new usage model in computing, and that creates in itself an opportunity for a new wave of software applications. About 3 months ago, at our Intel Developers Forum, we launched something we called the Atom Developers Program. This program was all about delivering an exciting way for software developers to be able to create new or adapt old applications to take advantage of the netbook explosion, essentially creating a new channel for software developers. The next step in this is to give consumers access to these applications. And today at CES, we're launching a beta version of the first storefront called AppUp Center. The AppUp Center is a one-stop location where users can find applications that are tailor-made and validated for the netbooks that they own. These work, by the way, on both Windows and Linux. Let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail and ask Peter to come out and show us. Hello, Peter.
Hey, thanks, Paul. So when we look at netbooks and we think about the software we're using them, there's a lot of tremendous innovation that's been happening at the web programming level. The problem, that term you used earlier, is context. It's very hard for web programmers to get to the context of the device. And that means that the internet is the same on a netbook when it's in a coffee shop as it is on a workstation or even a server in a data center. Here up on stage, we have the ingredients that we think are going to actually help solve that problem. So the first thing I'd like to show is a Dell netbook. This is running Moblin, and this is a preview of Dell's AppUp Center. You saw that we launched it from inside the Moblin My Zone, and we can run an application that we've downloaded from here called Frame. Frame is the kind of application that we're thinking about when we think about what we're going to do in netbooks. It's a neat little integrated VoIP and IM app. The next thing I want to take a look at is the ASUS E. So the ASUS is running Windows 7, and very important note, if you look at these later, we have them all up on the screen, you'll notice that the stores are similar, but they're not identical. So we allow storefront providers to actually differentiate so that they can make their centers consistent with the look and feel they like to have in their software that faces end users. One of the apps that's in here that we'd like to take a look at is called Yoono. And Yoono is a cool little client-based application that aggregates a bunch of different internet feeds, so Twitter, Facebook, etc. As a fan of social networking, I can certainly see that this will be something that I use on my network pretty frequently. So someday, AppUp will be installed on all devices, of course, right? We look forward to that. But right now, that brings us to the installed base. There's millions of netbooks out there, and how can we get access to it? So if you go to www.intelappup.com, you can go there now. It should be live. And you can take a look at the beta, very important word, the beta of Intel's AppUp Center store. You can see these applications and other applications that are available. And keep coming back because we will be updating that on an hour-by-hour basis. Thanks.
Thank you, Peter. Today's just the starting point for the AppUp Center. We'll continue to evolve it, as Peter said, on an ongoing basis. There's been a lot of enthusiasm from developers along the way. In just over 3 months, we have 3,000 members and over 2,500 downloads of the software development kit. The slide behind me shows the major netbook manufacturers that are committed now to build AppUp Center storefronts of their own, with their own branded front on those. You'll begin to see these stores rolling out now between now and the end of this quarter. Looking forward, though, our vision is not just to limit this to netbooks. The vision is to extend it to any Intel architecture device in the computing spectrum. So up into the PC space, to be able to address the billion units of PCs that are out there as an install base on the internet. Certainly the netbooks where we start, but increasingly down into handheld and even smart TV space over time. This gives the developer community a very, very broad template to be able to recoup their investment and sell applications into. For us as users, we're able to have the same applications experience across a very wide variety of devices over time. So look for more announcements to come in the next few months. Let me shift to smartphones.